guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the president of the Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And it's a happy Monday, but we have someone really amazing, and this individual, I'll let her introduce herself in a minute. She's starting a really amazing concept as a nonprofit, and we always talk about the reason we do this podcast is to bring nonprofits and people together.
Yeah.
And to collaborate.
It's all about conversations and working together.
Learn about resources, and this fits right in. And I'll just say our cliche saying is, be the change that you want to see in the world, and you as well are being that change, so thank you. So if you want to just tell us a little bit about who you are and who you represent.
Hi, I'm Mona Melton Lund, and I'm representing See Us Shine. It's a brand new nonprofit in our area, and it's to serve the special needs community in Northern Nevada, specifically at this point, the greater Reno-Sparks area.
Awesome. Well, I look more a little bit later after our events to be able to talk about more why you were so passionate about starting that, and we'll just talk more about what you guys are going to offer.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Poor Mona, we threw her on the spot. Our guest tonight canceled, and I was like, wait a second, you're here.
You're on. Welcome.
Is this something you'd be interested in doing? And she said, I don't know. Can I? But she was a champ. She jumped right in. And thank you for being here and being on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
So we always start with our events segments. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up in the Reno-Sparks community and a lot of Circle of Life stuff. Next week is a big day for Circle of Life.
Is it already next week? No, it's the week after.
Oh, 2 weeks. No, it's next week.
No, it is next week. Oh,
yeah, this week's Valentine's.
Oh,
Happy Valentine's Day, Chaz.
You're my co-host, Valentine.
I'm your Valentine?
Don't tell your wife, Nika. She'll get really
She watches the show. You know that, right?
I know. She wants to kill me sometimes. No, I love you and baby Stevie and my brother Dave.
Look, so. You're getting stressed. You're like, uh-oh, Nika's going to come after me.
No, but we, our true Valentines are all the listeners, and we couldn't do this without you. So thank you all for listening and tuning in. And we'll give you some love hearts.
That was cheesy, dude. That was cheesy.
It was a bad dad joke.
That was a joke? It wasn't funny? What are you talking about? That's not funny.
You're laughing at me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm mean. I'm in a bad mood. I should be nicer.
Well, our first event is going to be the Circle of Life Guest House Radiothon this next Thursday here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Thank you guys for hosting, and you're an amazing micro-closet partner. So for people that don't know, the Circle of Life Guest House is the first of its kind hospice guest house in all of Nevada. It's absolutely free to those in need. It costs us about $30,000 a month to operate, so $340 a year, and that's because a lot of seniors actually don't have the resources if they don't have a caregiver to pay for caregiving in their home, which can cost up to $24,000 a month for 24-hour care. Some people don't have room and board or a place that they can die with dignity, and so we're really honored to be able to provide that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we just moved in our 32nd guest today, and for every person that we've helped, we've had to turn away 4 to 6 people.
Wow!
And so the need is just absolutely critical, but the impact we're making, I mean, I just can't wait to share stories. But tune in; it's going to be on all the Lotus radio stations from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. On February 20th. You can come on down here live,
and it's free, right?
It's free.
Mona, you're coming down?
I need to put it on the schedule.
Yeah, you can come on down. Everyone's invited.
Yeah, if you've never seen a radiothon, it is so much fun. People answering the phones. There's DJs and all these different tents. And
yeah, it's going to be a fun time.
Dave's going to be dancing around.
I'm going to be dancing with a bunch of cables, making sure things are working. I'll be like, oh, this plugs in here. Uh-oh, Chaz, I need water, quick. Because it will be on fire. That's why.
and I just wanted to explain. So, Micro Closet Partner. One amazing thing is, like when we first started, we didn't think about sheets. We didn't have a bunch of sheets. Sheets are not included in the DME or durable medical equipment that's delivered. And so, Dave, as a Micro Closet Partner, you guys have provided us with lots of sheets to be able to keep our guests clean. We have people that show up with gowns on their back from the hospital that have nothing to their name, and we're able to get them some comfy clothes to be able to live life for whatever time remains with dignity.
I loved that night when you were just texted Robin, "Hey, I need size medium shirt and all these other things," and she got it in that night while we were doing the show and we were talking about it on air.
It is really amazing. That's what we talk about: collaborating and coming together, and just working together to serve those in the community. So
that's what it's all about, and we would not be able to do this without supporters like you. If you want to visit our website, it's getclothes.org. You can donate, you can sign up to volunteer, you can donate clothing and financially. You can come and be a part of the mission. We even have some blog posts and some other stuff on there, so you can scroll around and read about what's happening at Good Shepherd and in the community. But I mean, and we also have a newsletter. We're all about collaboration. We're all about working with other nonprofits and coming together and making this community a better place, because we truly are better together, and we need to act like it, not just say that.
Absolutely. It only helps the people that we serve more.
Right. We got to do less of the verses. We got to do more of the together.
I love it. So the second, I feel like so guilty. These are all the events. It's a busy.
I made the show notes. You didn't make the show notes.
Just for the record, guys. So the second one's going to be the Circle of Life Guest House ribbon cutting, and we want to give a huge shout out to Reno Public Market, who is our host sponsor, and they're also throwing marketing behind it. That's going to be a Reno Sparks chamber cutting, ribbon cutting.
I love RPM. It's so fun there.
Oh my goodness!
So
some of the little food truck stands it's incredible.
Nika and I, my wife and I, we've just gone up to that top area, and they have like free ping pong balls and stuff.
Yeah.
We just played ping pong for a while. It was great.
Yeah, they also hosted the AFSP, or American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, the Suicide Survivors Day. It was a beautiful space to spend time together and just honor our loved ones.
I used to work there in my grandma's shop. I'm not sure it's legal what I did, but because I was a kid and I was working in her shop.
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're listening from Florida.
No. This grandma's local. And so I'd work in her shop for hours. It was really boring, but it was in Shoppers Square Mall.
My first job, besides working for my dad for tile setting, because he owned a tile business, was Foot Locker over at Parkland Mall.
Nice.
And they had the best little twist, like pepperoni twist. I don't know if you ever had those.
Foot Locker?
No.
What?
But one of the food court items. I forget what it was called. Hey.
I'm sorry. I had to. I couldn't resist.
But come on down. It's going to be March 20th from 3 to 5 p.m. and the chamber will be there, and we expect 300 to 400 people, and we're going to just be able to tell stories and give, kind of show some pictures and videos of the house and kind of what we're doing, and some of our guests that have released their photos and their family members if they had them.
Pretty powerful stuff.
It's going to be powerful. And then the third event, before we go to someone else's organization, is the Circle Life Guest House Dignity Dinner at the Nugget on April 11th. That's going to be a black tie gala, and that's going to start at 6 p.m. The cash bar will open at 5:30 p.m. Another night of just strong unity and talking about the true impact that we're making.
How much are tickets?
Tickets are $125 or a table of 10 for $12.50, but we also have some really great sponsorship opportunities that range from $2,500 to $25,000. And again, it takes a village to make this dream happen. This has been a dream for the community for over 25 years. And we finally did it and made history in Nevada. And I just want to thank you all, because it wouldn't be possible, just like Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, without all of you and the support that you give.
That's what it's all about, is the community. Mark Franke, one of our board members and board advisor for the guest house, the other day we were sitting around and he's like, "Hey Dave, you going to the event?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm working." He's like, "Oh, I was gonna let you have one of my seats at one of my tables." And I'm like, "Nope, Chaz put me to work. It's too late.
Nika gets a free seat though. You guys will get 2 seats at the table. I mean,
I'll be filming. Maybe I'll bring my drone.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Yes, please. We're gonna have clouds with balloons. It's gonna be just
Ooh.
beautiful. Oh, it's gonna be.
That could
really
be
cool.
really awesome or really messy. We'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was. Nika and I, we do Classy Bird vlogs, and our friends over at Engine 8, Wendy and Mike over there, we featured them. The video's not released yet, but they were like, "You have a drone?" I was like, "Yeah." And so I flew it through
That's
the
awesome.
restaurant, and it has AI in it where it follows you. And so I don't even have to control it.
That's crazy.
And it like sees me. And then so I set it to that, and Nick and I just walked around the restaurant.
Is that going to be for the next event? The video for this?
I might use some of the video
That's a
from
great
this.
idea.
I might just do that. The next event we're highlighting is the Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet Wine and Dine event on May 15th from 6 to 8 p.m. And this will be at Engine 8. It's a local winery, great place. They have donated the room to us for free. They are huge supporters, and they've always been great to us. So thank you so much, Mike and Wendy over there at Engine 8. They're a local business. Always support local if you can. And it's going to be a nice black tie optional event, and
Lots of live music, right?
live music. Yeah, they're actually donating the band. They're going to be paying a band to be there for us, and $88. So it'll be $88 because it's Engine 8.
Engine 8. And it's, I will
All
tell
the
you
8.
guys, there's limited seating.
Yeah.
And so there's only 50 tickets. So please, if you want to go be a part of this, just know it's selling out quick. And there is the all access pass that has 8 tickets. And you actually save money than if you bought 8 different tickets. You get a swag bag and some VIP treatment. So definitely consider it.
You can find all that information on getclothes.org/wine and dine, spelled out just like that. Wine and dine. Not the and symbol, Chaz, okay?
Well, you got to tell me I would have done that.
All right, it's the and. You say
You
and.
see how mean he is to me? It is.
The ampersand.
So, lots of good stuff happening in the community, and we just hope you can join and be a part of at least some of it. That Thursday night event, Engine 8's going to be great. Circle Life Guest House dinner, Dignity dinner. That is a mouthful.
I know.
On April 11th. It's going to be great. The ribbon cutting over at RPM and the Radiothon. Radiothon and the ribbon cutting are both free, though, so come on out. It's going to be fun things. How cool would it be to meet or at least see some of those radio personalities that you listen to?
And don't tell anybody I told you, but if you donate $25 reoccurring a month on that day, you get a free entry into the Harley raffle, which we'll be pulling live. You don't have to be at the Dignity Dinner Gala, but we are going to do it live at about approximately 10 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. And that's for $20. You can buy a ticket if you don't want to do it that day. And if you buy $100, you get 6 tickets, a bonus ticket.
That's really cool.
Are you going to ride on a Harley?
No, so I can't say why on air, but it's not a good story.
Okay. Don't take it. Well, now we're going to move to the positive part of our segment. But we're just so excited to have you here. And I think this is kind of a historical moment because you're going to be launching something to really help the community and driving education and awareness. And so why don't you just start out telling us about your organization, why you're so personally involved and why you were inspired, what led you to this?
Thank you so much. And really taking the chance to have me on your show impromptu, pretty much. They're helping us out with some ideas to help develop the organization, which will really be great. So See Us Shine is a new nonprofit, and the inspiration from it really came a decade ago.
Wow.
I actually filed for the nonprofit a decade ago.
No way.
Wow.
I
And
didn't hear that. Oh, nice.
called it See Us Shine because my original concept, I have a son with Down syndrome, and I was attending a series of classes and getting ideas of how I could help him, how I could help other people. So I wanted to be able to find a way to find resources of people who were achieving. Because my son was younger, I didn't know what he'd be able to do or not do. You're told a lot of things your child will not be able to do. And whenever I heard of someone or saw a show about somebody with Down syndrome who's doing amazing things, I'd like, maybe my son can do that. Maybe Noah can do that. And how did they do that? What did the parents do? What was it? What kind of resources did they use? Because I want to know. So my idea was to find people who were achieving with Down syndrome and other disabilities and talk to the parents, talk to the individual, show video of them, and provide it as a light, as hope for families who had individuals with these disabilities.
That's beautiful.
So that was my concept. But at the time, I was very busy. I was working full time. I was taking care of my son. I had other family members. And I didn't do anything with it. It was not a tax exempt. It was a nonprofit. It was a legit nonprofit. But that's as far as it went. And about a year ago, someone asked one of my daughters at an event, they said, your mom's really involved with different events with your brother in the community. Could you talk to her and have her give us a list of organizations?
Wow.
And so I'm thinking of the short list. I could come up with like 3. And then I knew I'd heard about this one. Somebody told me about this one. Somebody emailed me about this one. I know I had a text about this one, but I couldn't name them. I didn't know where to get the information.
Right.
And even the organizations that Noah was involved with, by this time he's post-high school and out in the community. But to find those organizations and even navigate their websites to know how to get him into events was difficult. So I thought, we should be able to help these people.
Absolutely.
So I made a beautiful spreadsheet, color-coded, and I showed my husband, who is a retired software engineer, the beautiful spreadsheet, and I said, this is going to help us. This is going to help other people in our community. And he took one look at it, and he said, needs to be a website. And I went, well, okay, you're right. It does need to be a website. And then it didn't take very long at all, and I'm like, it needs to be See Us Shine. That's what See Us Shine is supposed to be.
Wow.
So we started acting on it. We started building a little website, mostly him, a little bit me with the design elements. And we started putting together a small board. I remember asking the very first person, who was Dan Allred, and he's an area director for Special Olympics. My son was going to an event, but I felt like he was so big. I mean, I felt like he was just, he knew so many people. He was so helping and impacting so many people in our community. And I remember taking him aside and saying, Dan, do you have time to talk to me? I have this idea. I have like this really big idea. And I felt embarrassed even to tell about it almost. And Dan was so gracious, and he said, I love it. I love it. I would love to be a part of that and help you. So he's now on our board.
That's awesome.
Bless his heart. And we have a very beautiful board that is working to build what we're trying to build. So what we have at this point is a website, and we want to pool community resources there where people can find it in a very user-friendly format to facilitate people's access to our community organizations.
Beautiful.
So right now, social and recreational organizations is all we have on there, but they're great, and you can go to just find out a little bit about them, just who they serve in a nutshell and what they do, and then you can go to another page that isn't their whole website, but gives you information how to navigate a little more detail, and then you can go right to their website and their other social media if you wish.
That's wonderful. I mean, you really saw a need, and then you found a solution, and I'm sure that came from pain to purpose. I mean, how much of a blessing would that have been with your son when you were looking for resources, right?
That's the thing we've talked about, because, you know, we're pretty good at figuring things out, my husband and I, but it's hard. It's hard to navigate this community, and for our most impacted individuals, the website should be easier. It should be easier to find them. It should be easier to know what organizations are there that can serve the needs we have. So we started with social recreational because our son is in that transition, and at the time he didn't have work. So we're looking at ways to get him out, get him socialized, get him involved. We don't want him to just sit at home now that he's out of high school. So that's where we started, but we want to build it out to include therapy resources, to include educational resources, and other types of resources. But that's what we have done at this point, and we're excited to add more to it. We have already heard that it is helping some people, so that makes us feel really good.
Yeah.
So that's been our starting point. And now we do have our 501c3 status.
Congratulations.
We did get that, so we are now a tax-exempt nonprofit.
You're not going to do the fireworks?
Yeah.
I can't do it. How do you do it? I don't even know.
You messed it up.
I don't know.
It's not working?
I'm trying to follow you guys. So lead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Chaz does it.
No, you
He
guys
does
have
the
it, I
thing.
guess.
Oh my goodness.
It's not working. I guess it's not working. Oh,
Did
well.
you turn it off?
Oh, there it goes. I can't turn it off.
Oh, there we go. I like it. I like it. I tell you what, it was a celebration.
Woohoo!
Because even if you've applied, it doesn't mean you'll get it.
Right.
And since all of this has been out of our pockets and it's
Right.
not inexpensive, so it really was a big deal for us to be able to get it.
So do you guys have a payment button yet?
We do. We do
Okay.
on the website. Now we have a payment button, and we're looking forward to being able to build our organization more quickly once we get donations coming in, or maybe we can apply for some grants. We hope to do that as well. So that gives us that capability.
And what's the website called?
It's called See Us Shine, and you can go to seeusshine.org.
SeeUsShine.org.
Yes.
That's easy. That's
And
great.
there is a QR code that you can go to on the website. You can share it with your friends on their phones. And my thought at the time was See Us Shine as individuals with disabilities, as families who have individuals with disabilities that are the most dedicated, most loving, caring people out there.
Yeah.
You know, we need to know that they are important, that they are beautiful, that they have so much to contribute to our community, and we need to see them shine. That was my original thought. Now, right now, it's also to see us shine as organizations who serve that population
That's great.
and are blessings in their lives. So probably the question is now, what about your original vision?
Yeah.
What happened to that vision? Well, it is not lost, and we have a page that doesn't show yet that will highlight and shine a light on individuals who are achieving special
That's
things.
cool. I love that. That's very cool.
So we plan to be able to feature different individuals, and that could mean you got your black belt, that could mean you swam Lake Tahoe, that can mean you started speaking, or you started feeding yourself when you never thought you could. And every one of those achievements is just as important as the other. And everyone is just as significant to the family members and to the individuals.
That's really connecting and building the community within the community. And I love that you guys are going to celebrate each other's wins. I mean, that is so incredibly important. Like you said, no matter how big or small, it may be small to us, but it could be huge to that person. And we got to celebrate those wins.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is severely autistic, nonverbal. And so I know for my mother-in-law, when they were looking for all that stuff, it would have been great to have a page with resources and those kinds of things because he has a disability and has had that disability for a long time. He can't speak. He can't. He can do a little sign language, but that's about it. And so I love what you guys are doing. Thank you.
And I love that you shared that, because one of the therapy resources we want to put in, it's new to me, it's going to be on the website, but it enables people who are nonverbal,
Yep.
like, did you say your brother?
My brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Like your brother-in-law, to be able to communicate in alternative ways. And it's called spelling to communicate, but sometimes they're finding that they have capability of expressing and complex thoughts that they can't get it out.
Yeah.
So all of these things I think really contribute.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
I want to give that the love.
No.
I love what she's doing.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
I always feel bad for audio listeners when we're doing stuff on video.
That's true.
Hey, thank you for being an audio listener. I appreciate you, and so does Chaz. Right, Chaz?
Yeah. Of course I do.
But definitely, if you like to jump in the comments when we're live, we are always live on Facebook, 5:45 p.m. Here on Facebook, and you can jump in the comments. We'll shout out your comments and talk about what you want to talk about. You can also comment on a past video, and if you're lucky enough, we might actually read it. No, Chaz will read it.
The reason that we don't have anybody watching live is probably because you had technical difficulties and started out late, right?
Yeah, we did start late. that was rough.
Hey, we got the show must go on, right?
Show must go on, and most of our people that watch this show watch afterwards anyway. That's where the majority watch.
And you probably started late because you were talking to me and Tiffany's story.
No, those things happen. But I really do appreciate you coming down here. Why don't you share kind of the vision about why we met today? A little bit about your guys' possible
Big
podcast.
So Dave generously met with me and Tiffany Story, And Tiffany Story was another individual that I approached thinking, oh my goodness, she would be part of my dream team. And I didn't ever imagine that she'd be willing to help us out. But once we had the website up and going and we knew we were going to feature individuals, then I thought, it needs to be a video cast. It needs to be a podcast. People need to be able to see what other people are doing and hear what they're doing and hear how they're doing it. That's the way it needs to be. And in the same thought, I thought if Tiffany Story could be our host, our facilitator, that would be so amazing. So she was here today because we were learning about how to do a podcast.
And then you got a live lesson right now.
Yeah, and then I got to find out what it's really like to be on a podcast. Who would have thought?
I have a feeling that this is going to take off nationally. I think there's a lot of people that, especially in the rural communities, that feel disconnected, who or have a loved one who's got a disability or special needs, and that are looking for support and how to help their loved one live their best life despite circumstances. And so I think this is incredible.
And that whole concept, that if we can get this figured out, get it together, get it to work really well for our community, expand into our own rural communities as well, as far as posting more resources, having ways of expanding geographically, besides the podcast, which of course can go everywhere. That
Right.
can bless people all over the place. But eventually we would love to be a model. We would love to be training people in other communities to get their resources in a very user-friendly format that's visual enough, that's easy to navigate, that people can find out what's there. They don't need to worry about forgetting about the thing because they can find it again.
Sounds like you just built your 3, 5, and 10-year plan. That's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I like to dream big,
you
and
gotta.
we're starting small, but I
Like you,
feel
buddy.
like, the big dreams is where you have to start.
Amen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Please, if you feel led to donate, definitely do it. Go to their website, and which is
SeeUsShine.org.
seeushine.org. That's
Love
a
that.
great one. That's an easy one to remember, too. I like that. seeushine.org. And if you feel led to donate, do it. It's a great organization that's doing a lot of good in the community, and they're just getting their feet under them in a lot of ways, and we'll definitely be paying attention, and I'm willing to bet you're going to be a returning guest on the show, because we'd love to follow up with how you're doing and how how your podcast and your organization's growing.
And last thing, are you looking for any volunteers or any kind of board members?
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, we just lost a board member who was using all of her good skills and developed a few with our organization, and now she just got a job using those same skills.
How dare she get a job?
She was pretty awesome. But we need people to help us. There are a lot of things that we don't have built in yet, and since my husband and I have done a lot of the legwork, we've got more people now involved,
Good.
thank goodness. But we need people to help us know how to write grants. We need people to help us bring information from community organizations and get them into our website more quickly so that we can expand it more quickly. We need, quite frankly, a podcast production team, ultimately.
Yeah.
So we will probably start very small, but to do everything we would like with it, ultimately we'll need video editors and we'll need camera guys and we'll need the people who can help us set all that up. So that's just a beginning. We do have a small board. We need to build it out. We'd love to have possibly attorney presence or CPA presence on our board.
We
And
understand that about the
so,
attorney.
I don't know what to say. I mean, there's lots and lots of
Yes.
room to grow.
Absolutely. Well, you got vision. You've got a. Yeah,
I
of
left
course.
one out. Very
Go ahead.
important to my husband. He really wants a programmer because even though we're using we're using Wix, quite frankly, and that's great. It's great to have a platform that you can work with. But my husband wants to fix the things that you can't fix easily with the platform, so he does the code, and he would love to have a programmer to work with him as an intern or a volunteer.
Awesome. And if they're interested in volunteering, can they go to the website and submit something? Is there
Yes.
an information form? Okay.
Actually, he put a page up that tells about what he's looking for in his
Perfect.
volunteer on the website.
Wow.
So yes, they actually could respond. He's pretty eager. He
High five, husband.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he loves to work with other people in programming. You just get so much further, so much faster.
Well, I think that sounds like a great thing, and if you're interested and you're listening to this, definitely visit their website, cshine.org, and it's definitely something that is changing the community and helping getting resources to people that need it. So it's great.
Love it.
So, if you want to learn more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, please visit getclothes.org. You can donate financially, you can donate clothing, you can donate time.
Or if you're a nonprofit and you want to be on the Community Cares podcast and share your resources, hit us up through Facebook. And also, just even if you can't afford to help out with your time or your treasure, as Dave says it, the money or financial, just sharing our Facebook posts to drive awareness is huge. And we appreciate every single one of you that's been faithful and loyal. And it's because of supporters like you.
Did you say hit us up?
Hit us up.
Hit us up. It truly is supporters like you listening. Without you, we don't exist. I know that's the whole PBS quote thing, but it's true. We really only exist because of supporters like you. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And come on down to the Radiothon next week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we'll see you then. And we help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next week.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
For being here.
Thank you.